Destiny's Monte Carlo is an exotic auto rifle. Its utility is often underappreciated, and you probably underestimated this weapon's ability. It's time to change that. You can obtain Monte Carlo through all the usual methods: 3 of coins drops from exotic primary engrams, Xur, Nightfalls, raids, yada yada yada. You can also try Year 1 content to unlock the blueprint for the Year 2 version. See, you have options. Monte Carlo has the rate of fire of 88 out of 100, putting it in the second fastest firing auto rifle archetype. For comparison, it's the same rate of fire as Hardlight and Zalo Supercell. It's only behind weapons such as Necrochasm and Doctrine of Passing. Typical of faster firing auto rifles, Monte Carlo's impact is 8. While this doesn't sound like much, the bullets fire so fast that the damage each individual bullet causes doesn't matter. You will quickly put enemies down so long as you stay on target. Sitting behind an answering chord and the Suros ARI-45, Monte Carlo has the 3rd highest range stat in the game for exotic and legendary auto rifles. Its range stat sits at 46. Not bad, right? This means you can deal damage from further away before getting up close and personal to finish off the target with a melee that Monte Carlo helps to recharge. Monte Carlo has the 5th highest ability of all Year 2 auto rifles at 64. Coupled with the incredible range and rate of fire, you can't go wrong. Monte Carlo reloads relatively quickly. Its reload stat is 79, putting it second out of all Year 2 auto rifles, behind Hardlight, which sits at 86. There are 36 bullets in each of Monte Carlo's magazines, more than enough to slay a couple of enemies in each mag. On to the good stuff. Here's what makes Monte Carlo deadly for certain builds. Dealing any damage with this weapon gives you a boost to melee energy, and kills with this weapon have a chance to fully recharge your melee ability. Sounds pretty good, right? There's more. If you couple this with a synergistic exotic armor piece, then you will have bonus melee damage in addition to other perks you could couple it with. CQB Ballistics is essentially a weaker version of Smart Drift Control, so you can ignore that from the start. Smart Drift Control gives a big boost to stability, roughly 20, and a penalty to range, roughly -15. Smart Drift Control should be your choice for PvP activities, as you shouldn't engage too far away from your targets anyway. Aggressive Ballistics will give slight penalties to range and stability in return for an impact boost, meaning each bullet will hit slightly harder. Aggressive Ballistics is the perk you want for PvE. The hip fire perks gives you bonus accuracy while firing from the hip. This means the bloom circle that grows when you hold down the trigger will not be as large. A very handy perk, although the majority of the time the additional accuracy won't help you because if you fire from the hip, your target is very close and you run the risk of being shotgunned. However, if you almost have your melee and land a couple of shots to recharge it, the bonus accuracy could be useful. High caliber rounds increase the amount that a target will flinch when shot with the Monte Carlo. Useful for PvP, but not really applicable for PvE, unless you're trying to stagger an enemy. Send It increases the range stat massively, but as we mentioned before, you shouldn't engage from too far away or too close for that matter. Field Scout will increase the amount of ammo you can carry, ensuring you will struggle to run out. This is a personal preference, however we suggest not using Send It and letting high caliber rounds and Field Scout battle it out. Monte Carlo's ability to recharge your melee ability is useful indeed. Its hip fire perk will allow you to engage targets up close with ease. However, you should attempt to finish close quarter battles with your melee. If you utilize synergistic armor perks or exotic armor, you can have a fantastic loadout for PvE and PvP. It's best suited for mid-range battles, and you should try and avoid using it from long range. It's a strong contender and it looks gorgeous. That said, there are some areas where auto rifles on a whole fall down, and mainly that's due to their limited DPS potential. For that reason, we give Monte Carlo 3 engrams out of 5. For more content like this and for all of your Destiny needs, be sure to head over to destinydb.com.